Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week on the show, another episode of a favorite daytime talk show that rivals The View. It's The Look. Let's listen in.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, there she is. I love her, honey.
Okay.
Sorry, I put a drop of ricotta in my coffee this morning.
Oh, and it spices you up, honey.
It spices me up, of course.
All right, honey. Sometimes she calls me in the morning to wake me up because she knows I miss that call time every now and then.
Oh, she misses it like crazy.
You know me, honey.
Speaking of missing things like crazy, Barbara Ann, you awake?
Huh?
Yeah, Barbara, why don't you wave hello to one of the cameras?
Right over here.
No, so
I ain't a camera, honey. I'm a real living woman, honey.
so these are our co-hosts. They've been that way for years. Why don't you look at our PA? He's waving the flag. He's waving the flag.
Over here,
Look
Toro,
over
Toro,
there.
honey. Look at the bull, honey. Look at the bull, honey.
Red
Toro,
flag.
Toro.
Hi. Hi, a white flag of surrender.
Okay,
Uh-oh,
so
honey.
you're not at war. You're not at war. We're on TV, okay? How's everyone doing?
I'm good, honey. I'm good. I'm opening a brand new bar on Lower Broadway in Nashville, honey. It's been wonderful.
Wait,
It's been
tell
wonderful.
me about this. I didn't know this.
Oh,
Tell me.
yeah. It's Dina Marie Long Silver's Southern Kitchen, good vibes, country time, honky tonk.
And you
We're
said Times Square?
Lower Broadway in Nashville, the
Oh.
Times Square of Nashville, honey. We're having a good time over there. We're working. It's really hard. We're trying to add exposed beams to the top of the bar. It's been a whole disaster, honey. But I want it to look like my kitchen, honey. I want you to walk in off the street, out of Luke Bryan's bar, out of Toby Keith's bar, right into my bar, and you can have some hush puppies and hang out, honey.
Oh, my God.
So it's been hard. Getting the permits has been hard, but it's been good, honey.
Of course.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well. Again, hi, Michaela Lynn Romney here. And I have finally gotten my gun startup off the ground. And it's a gun with 2 barrels. So it's a gun with 2 barrels, so you can fire 2 bullets at once. But we've also engineered different sizes. So if you're, there aren't a lot of guns for women on the market, and this is where.
Honey, I disagree, honey, but go ahead.
What do you mean?
I'm not allowed to fight with you until 10 minutes, so we got 6 minutes.
We have to at least do the intros kindly.
Okay, fine. I'll respect the détente until 10 minutes, but. But you can't. But if you piss me off, I'm gonna. If you disparage our country, then I will have to say something.
Good morning, it's The Look.
How are you?
Sorry, I did this last time. I love to do it. I love to go, oh, it's The Look. Good morning. Good morning. It's Luann Bumpkins here. Known vegan, known Italian, known daughter of my beautiful father who opened a mozzarella factory that's now in stores. That's why I have all this money, and that's why I started to be an actor. You know my whole story. I'm so excited to be here. Not a lot has changed for me except my grandson went to college.
Oh, honey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
My grandson. This isn't my son. This is my son's son.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
how
honey.
old I'm getting. He went to NYU.
Honey.
And oh no,
What?
NYU. Well, is he gonna? I mean, what's his major?
He's undecided at the moment.
See, this is the problem.
What's
this
the
is
problem? What's the
this is the
problem?
problem with this nation. These kids, they're going into school, spending their parents' money on who knows what, acting, feminist gay studies.
Oh,
what
honey.
are we doing?
Oh,
here?
honey, those are important studies and those are important trades. Now, hold on a minute. I got to stop you there, honey. I got about 4 more minutes till I can let the détente out. But I will say, just for the record, to anyone who's wondering if it's okay to be undecided,
Thank you.
maybe it's better to be undecided than to decide to be something that is bad, honey. Maybe it
that
is
is.
better to let other people influence you in a positive way than to choose your opinions and blindly bowl your way through life, honey.
Well, I'll tell you what, because I think that indecision is plaguing this country because we have a president right now who can't decide if he's the president of America or the president of China.
Oh, honey.
Right? Because he's a communist. He's a
honey.
communist.
He is not a communist, honey. He is a dictator, honey. He's not a dictator, honey. Hold on a minute.
So she
No,
admits
hold
it.
on a minute.
So you admit it.
No.
The fabric of the
Detente.
Democratic
No, honey.
has begun
Honey,
to
in
fall
my
apart.
house, dictator means something different because
What
we
does it
had a
mean?
neighbor down the street named Richard Tater, and he used to make the most delicious casseroles.
I don't
and he was
believe
beloved
you.
by the whole community.
I don't believe there was a man named Richard Tater who lived on your
You gotta
street.
come to my neighborhood, honey. You gotta come to my neighborhood and meet Dictator because he was beloved and he made great choices.
I don't want to meet Dictator because I don't like what he stands for.
You would love him. He makes an incredible mimosa, honey, and you'll never drink it. You'll never get Dictator's mimosa.
Can I tell you something? Dictator sounds like a drag queen. Speaking of drag queens, I finally took a vacation and I went to Trixie's Motel
Congratulations.
in Palm Springs.
I love that, honey.
I can't
Sheeple-
say anything about Trixie's Motel or else my family will be in danger.
No,
No, honey. Drag queens are not coming for you, honey.
My family will be in danger.
I'm telling you, I know you. I know you as a woman. I know your style. You would love Trixie's Hotel. It's beautiful. It's pink all over.
Wow.
Everything's fake, just like you, honey.
Whoa! Hey, detente.
I said it.
Okay, detente.
I got 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes to the detente, and then the.
I'm not even I'm going to put a pin in Trixie Mattel because I do want to come back to this.
Was that a
But
threat,
right
honey?
Now,
You're gonna stab her with a pin?
Oh, stop it!
that's a figure of speech, and maybe you'd know that if you majored in something useful.
Oh, honey, I majored in setting the table, honey.
Oh my Lord God!
Wow.
Oh my God! Detente. We're bringing it back. Okay.
In college, I was an open door.
All right, honey.
In what
All
way?
right, honey.
In what way?
Legs were open wide. We had fun.
Barbara, I think the camera is rolling, so you might not want to.
What?
You're on TV.
Oh, sweetie.
Who do you?
Oh, sweetie.
So we've been over this. I'm not your daughter.
Oh, sweetie.
I am
Barbara
your
Ann.
co-host.
Barbara Ann.
Who?
Here.
Hi.
Dina Marie Longsilver. Hi. You're being honored by the Kennedy Center. You're getting one of those
wow.
rainbow sheets.
One of those
Wow,
rainbow sheets. You and
thank
Joni
you.
Mitchell.
Yay, me and
Are you
Joni.
excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Hello, I'm Barbara Ann Delight.
That's right, honey. We put a
Yeah,
poster behind
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
am
we
so
hit season
excited.
6 and we realized for some reason we've been putting the cue cards in front of her. Who knew? Put them behind her. She'll look.
Because
Yeah.
she's always looking over her shoulder for something,
Right.
and she won't tell us why.
Yeah. But if you wanted to say something, put it behind her.
And I am co-host of The Look. Oh, wow.
Anyway,
Right.
I can't wait for your Kennedy Center honor. I'll be there.
Thank
I'm
you.
That's
excited.
very exciting.
A huge lineup. Diane
Up here.
Sawyer's going to be speaking for you.
Wow.
You guys are friends.
Oh, yeah, old friends.
Hoda Kotb's going to be there.
Oh, Hoda!
We love Hoda. We've had Hoda on all
I
the
love
time.
Hoda.
She comes on to play the newest Christmas toys with us.
Oh, and let me tell you, these toys are getting crazy.
Can you
Can I say
remember?
something?
Yeah.
Can I say something about these toys?
Tell them, honey. Talk about the toys, honey. My
What I
bestie.
love-
My bestie.
Well, I love her. She's a cup of butter. And I'm a cup of ricotta.
Okay,
Let me
honey.
tell you this. I love these toys because back in the day, these toys, you used to be able to very clearly see the girl toys and the boy toys.
Yeah.
Because you'd go to Target, and the aisle, it was all pink for Barbies, and it was all blue Nerf guns for the boys. And now I think it's ever since the Barbie movie, and
Yeah,
ever
honey.
since just so many different, like, I'm just so grateful that my granddaughter can play with a science set, and it's not drenched in little girl colors.
It's beautiful,
Like
honey.
she loves, and she has a bug kit. She has a bug kit. They make bug kits for kids now. And her kit, yes, thank you. It's not, she doesn't have to, thank you, bestie, I love you.
Love you.
This bug kit,
Love you, honey.
Both, anyone could play with it. And she could play with it with her cousins.
So is it real bugs or what's in the kit?
So the kit, it's about, there's fake little bugs, and it also encourages you to go outside. You can go in the backyard, and they have little beakers. And they have little, it's adorable. It's adorable. But all I want to say is toys these days are getting absolutely creative.
They are, honey.
And anything to get her off these apps, because I will say this, maybe this is a little too conservative. I think I think tablet parenting is getting too far.
I agree
honey.
with you on that.
I walked into a
honey.
restaurant. I walked into CPK last night. Every single kid at CPK was on a tablet.
Honey, the only tablets we knew when I was a kid were the slabs that we used to play on in the woods.
Slabs.
Yeah.
A wooden slab.
No,
Tablets.
metal, like,
So where are you finding slabs in the woods?
We found a bunch of slabs in the woods, honey. Just sheetrock, honey. Sheetrock you jump off of into the cliff.
I feel the detente
Okay.
ended right when they were talking about slabs.
No,
Barbara.
I'm gonna
Check the timer, honey.
keep the detente. I'm gonna keep the detente because I actually do agree with you on a lot of this. I
Tablet
agree
parenting?
with you
Oh,
on
wow.
tablet parenting because I tell you
Wow.
what, these kids are waiting in line at the Cheesecake Factory, at the Texas Roadhouse, at Morton's Steakhouse, and they are on TikTok swiping and being propagandized to.
Let me tell you something. I said hello to my grandson the other day. I started talking about something and he went like this to me.
No, honey.
He put his hand up.
Oh, honey.
He put his hand up to try to get me to change subjects by swiping up.
You do that to me in my house. My grandkids do that to me. I cover their fingers in jalapeno seeds. So everything they touch turns spicy. I tell you that, honey. That's how you learn not to swipe on me.
Yeah, don't swipe on me. Don't tread on me. Don't swipe on
You can tread on me. I disagree with you. Tread on me all you want. Don't swipe on me.
You would like to be tread upon,
I would have
wouldn't
loved
you?
to be tread on because you know who treads?
Oh.
People who work hard in this country. People
Okay.
who move here,
Well,
migrants. People who move here make the
I would
country
argue-
better.
Of course, and there it is.
There it
you
is.
want the excuse for migrants to come in here and tread on my family.
Tear down the wall, honey. Tear down the walls. This is not communist Germany, honey.
Well, now we're being insane. Now
Wow.
we're being insane.
I want to
Tear
push your
down a
eyes
wall.
so far back they come out your asshole,
Whoa,
honey.
whoa.
Okay.
Detente.
Okay.
No, it's been 10. It's been 10 and I'm fired up, honey.
Let me tell you what.
No.
If you push my eyeballs so far out my asshole that they can see the dirt and depravity on which you stand, then I hope you do. I hope my eyes see out of my ass so that I can see the lies on which you stand.
I want your ears to go with your eyes through your asshole so you can look back up at your mouth and you can hear your asshole say, wow, that's a lot of shit that's being spewed.
Well, good. Good.
Whoa, and that is what I call poetry. Look it up.
And that's the look.
I hope my ears are in my ass. Once again, I hope they're down there because I would like to hear the hypocrisy coming out of these liberal households. Oh, I want my kids to go to college. I want my kids to learn all these fake things. But I myself would never step foot there because I'm going to my job.
And you know what, honey? You're welcome in these liberal households because when you have your eyes and your ears in your asshole and you walk in, we welcome you in.
Yeah.
We don't turn you away because your eyes and your ears in your asshole.
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. You want to point it out. You liberals want to point out and say, look at me. I'm so generous for offering space for this person with eyes and ears in their asshole. But I don't see them any differently. We don't even
All right,
acknowledge it
all
in
right.
my
No,
house.
no.
We have a room in my house of people with eyes and ears in their asshole. honey.
Hey, listen.
We do.
No, you
We have a
don't.
whole
That's
room.
impossible.
We have glasses that fit on butt cheeks, honey.
Okay, I feel we're getting too far into the weeds.
One thing I did want to
wow.
say, I
Okay.
just want to say this real
I
quick.
feel like they should have never taken the children out of the mines.
Okay, honey. And then we love you
Honestly,
for that.
Maybe that's a hot take.
Maybe don't say that on mic at the
know,
Kennedy
I-
Center, honey.
Oh, yeah,
What?
those
Well,
are
she makes some points.
One thing I
Oh,
want to say,
sweetie.
we were just talking about the game.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, sweet girl.
I'm not your daughter. Your daughter's in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
One thing I want to say, we talk about games, Christmas games. It reminded me of that time we played Dungeons and Dragons together on the show.
Oh, it was in honor. It was honor for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
It was a fundraiser.
We
For the
brought
children's
in one of the
hospital.
best DMs ever, Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Brennan Lee Mulligan came on,
Got
honey.
Brennan Lee Mulligan. And I have to say, I don't think the kids enjoyed it. I'll be honest, I think the kids
Well,
were
we were
not
raising
happy.
money, and I remember it was like every D20 we rolled, we raised $20,000 for
Absolutely.
the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. And I'm so thankful for everyone who tuned in. I do want to do more charity episodes.
That was fun, honey.
I thought it was a great idea.
Brennan Lee Mulligan had to keep telling us, hey, you can't kill each other. Yeah, working together. That was kind of a
He said you're a
challenge.
Well,
group
it was
of mercenaries together.
You kept rolling and saying, "Can I push the paladin off the cliff?" And I said, "No, honey, no. We're trying to fight the big spider, honey."
Well, it's interesting because we were playing a game, and how I was taught to play games is to win. And so I was just simply following that. And I'm not sure where all of this precious feelings protecting comes in.
I think it's coming from human nature.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Okay.
Dare I bring up?
You know who-
Maybe
yeah.
something
Here we
that
go, honey.
you would be well familiar.
Yes,
in,
honey, yes.
Which
Oh.
maybe is the scriptures, honey, and
well,
maybe treating
I
one.
know.
I use
I
her
know
weapons.
about
I
the
use her own
scriptures.
weapons. I take her weapons.
Get it,
and
honey.
I take them,
Get it,
and
honey.
I use them for myself.
Get it, honey.
And treating each other the way we would like to be treated.
You were going to tell me how the Bible works?
I'm not going to tell you how the Bible works. I'm just going to tell you that Jesus' main principle that I always go back to is treating others the way you want to be treated.
Oh, and where did you read that? The Spark Notes of the Bible they put in a Holiday Inn?
They call it Joel Osteen, bitch. Look it up. That was a really, really deep cut. Okay, here we go. Speaking of assholes. Kids these days are using poppers more than ever. Anyone have a thought on that?
Poppers.
Poppers.
What are
Now-
papas, honey?
Poppers are a thing you sniff, and it makes your asshole wider.
Makes your asshole wider, honey.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what the cue card says.
I don't agree with anything that changes God's design for the butthole. I think we've talked a lot about the butthole for what we do. I would say that this show rarely goes there, but I
And
think
why
that-
wouldn't we, honey? It's part of our body.
But these
Women are not allowed to talk about their buttholes.
Well, there has
I
to be a
think
line.
If women, yeah, there can be a line, and that line is your crack. And open up the line and look at your butthole.
Oh, here we go. We're back.
Here we go. I think women should do whatever they want to their bodies, all right? Whether it be a BBL or whether it be a BB opener, okay? You can do whatever you want.
Well, you know what,
Brazilian
BBL?
butt opener.
I tell you, this is what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing.
No, but
People are opening their butts, and our college majors are teaching kids that that's okay.
Well, here's my question. Speaking of women's bodies, I for one, maybe you'll get mad at me for saying this, but I'm just gonna bring it up. I can't keep up with the Kardashians because they change it up too much.
Oh, honey.
First they're curvy, now they're saying that they're heroin chic, or whatever that is, and then they say that they're going back and forth. And I think I'm confused. I think I'm fundamentally confused.
Well, this is a great point to bring up, Luann, which brings us to the topic we should be talking about, and we do talk about probably every single day, and that's Ozempic, honey. We talk about
Ozempic hour. It's
Ozempic
Ozempic hour.
We're talking about Ozempic because it's our number one thing to talk about. People are changing their bodies because they can. The
Now-
miracle drug is here. Should you take it, honey?
Yeah, and then this is something actually very close to my family. And we have, and I've consulted with my pastor on this, and lots of members of our family have consulted with our pastors. And a lot of times, if you pray on it and if you get clearance, it's okay to do if it brings you closer to your faith. If it's like, if I were 50 pounds lighter, I might be closer to God. I might be closer to church. I might be able to run faster to get to the church, right?
Wow, honey.
And so if you get that clearance, what did I say?
Let me tell you something you said, honey. This is exactly what I heard. 50 pounds lighter makes you closer to heaven. So the heavier you are, the closer you are to hell.
Whoa!
Honey, I can't believe she said that.
Are you calling
Honey,
the devil fat?
You will
You
not
are
fat
putting
shame.
words- The
you
devil
will-
is not fat.
You will not-
He is an average size.
You will not fat shame the devil
and
in
that
this
is
house.
biblically accurate. Don't tell me how much the devil weighs, because I have read about the devil. I know exactly how much he weighs.
Yeah, you read about the devil.
Yes.
Your dad.
Oh, that is low. You come for my family?
I just thought it was
show?
weird. I thought it was weird. We haven't talked about your father. It's been what, 20 minutes? 20 fucking
Oh,
minutes?
honey.
Well, I'm more than my father.
Barbara, how long has it been?
It's about been 20 minutes.
I'm surprised.
Oh, that's the one thing you do know is a time check.
I think large people belong in the circus again.
Oh, honey.
Okay.
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 Honey, we can't stand by that, honey. That was a tough one, honey.
That disturbed me so much. I don't know.
I'll say this. The devil, biblically, weighs 230 pounds.
Biblically, honey.
Biblically.
230 pounds.
Yes.
And a woman can't weigh that. What I'm saying is,
When did I say that?
I don't want I always call Ozempic right now my evil Irish uncle. Uncle Ozempic. Coming to town, trying to change my body, trying to make me change. I say, hey, you know what? Whatever meal you can't finish because you're on Ozempic, I finish it. I take it. I give it to my family. We have leftovers night where I take all the food that my girlfriends had that they can't finish and I eat it for them because I ain't letting food go to waste, especially not at my downtown Nashville bar opening in July.
Okay, well, here's my question. Because what I don't understand about this is that, I would never be upset with someone because I do believe in what you're speaking, that God, the powers that be,
Of course.
do give us medications for our ailments, right? Like I do believe that instead of praying over a migraine, the Lord did give you Advil so you could take it, right? But did He make Ozempic?
Well, God created everything, of course. And so God created everything, but some things are against His design.
So he created something, but he didn't like it. It's like something he isn't proud of.
So part of what your job is as a Christian is to weed out the parts of God's design that are wrong, right?
Okay. Yeah, keep going, honey.
Oh my God!
Right? There are certain things that don't work. There are certain things that God didn't mean to do. And those are things we have to flag and go, okay, we have to be smart enough in our connection with Him that to know that, this BBL is not of Him. You have to recognize which things God made that are first drafts.
Here's something.
Wow.
Here's something I wanted to point out with. And this is something we agree on. I'm a Christian. You're a Christian.
Of course.
But you just said part of a job of being a Christian. For me, being a Christian is a joy. It is not a job. For you to hear Michaela Lynn Romney say
that. So you want to take all the perks that God has given you and none of the responsibility.
It's a joy with benefits, honey. Just because it's a job doesn't mean you get free health care.
Oh, a joy with benefits? The joy is the benefit. You fucking idiot.
Honey.
Don't put her eyes in her asshole.
Honey. No
I'm sorry,
way,
it's
honey.
too early. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. I'll take it back. I'll take back fucking because that is not something that God would have wanted. I acknowledge that is a first draft, and I'm very sorry.
Okay, I guess you know what? We're not gonna do Papas. I'm sorry. We're moving on.
You know what I will say?
disagree with them, but keep going.
I agree with them. Open it up.
JoJo Siwa has reinvented her brand. Her new single, Karma, came out and is now breaking the internet.
We were singing this earlier. Karma's a bitch.
I
Shoulda
should have
known better.
If I had a wish, you could have never with a wild.
So even I know the words.
Never with a wild. Never.
That's my bestie. That's her new ringtone
So
on her
I
iPad.
believe it's never. You would have never messed around.
I know. My agent told me to fuck up the lyrics, so I go TikTok viral.
Okay. So all right. I
It's
respect
my brand.
it.
Look it up.
I
Okay.
respect it.
Let me say, I think she looks gorgeous.
Yeah, let's talk about it. She looks a little spooky to me.
No.
I feel like she'd jump out at a haunted house. But I love that, honey. Spooky is love.
Women are allowed to go to haunted houses.
Women. Oh, what? What's next? Women belong in the torture pit.
No.
Women can't be the scarers. Women can only be victims.
I'm just saying we're debating haunted houses when what we should be debating is how much the dollar is weak.
Oh, honey. Honey.
Now I can't even track that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, can you walk us there, honey?
Okay, so every dollar we spend erecting these haunted houses, these monuments to God, to the devil, in which JoJo Siwa, who I would argue is an unholy force. JoJo Siwa has a dark and sinister energy that doesn't sit right with me, and it doesn't sit right with my heart. And I've prayed on this.
Okay, I want to play the clip. I want to play the clip of 2 years ago on this show when you talked about a bright young little girl on Dance Moms who you thought had a lot of potential.
Gotcha.
Oh, I
honey.
don't want to see
Gotcha.
that.
Show the
Hypocrisy
clip.
cam. Play the hypocrisy cam. Oh, and your nose looks completely different.
I don't like it, honey. I don't like this new JoJo Siwa.
Well, I
don't
think
like
she's
dancing.
a great girl. I think that and that Abby Lee Rose, she is injecting a lot of discipline into these girls. And a lot of people are complaining, they're working these girls too hard. Children shouldn't be forced to work and dance this way. But I think that some of our kids could learn a thing or two from JoJo Siwa.
I just think it's too many scrunchies. They're probably getting headaches on the heads.
I think it was Monica Lewinsky's fault.
So that happened 22 years ago.
Oh, sweetie, you're so old now. Oh, sweetie.
Oh, I'm okay. Barbara, I can't. I'm frozen. I'm frozen.
Hypocrisy cam.
Hypocrisy cam.
exposed.
And I thought we told you to never show the old Barbara Ann clips. We let her rest.
Those feel.
We let her
it's
rest.
exposing.
You have to cut Barbara Ann
I
out
don't
of.
like looking at those.
Barbara,
Barbara.
come back. Barbara, Johnny Carson.
Johnny, open
good, you're back.
door
Okay, she's back.
policy.
But no, you
No.
I do have a question for you, Michaela
course,
Lynn.
of
We're talking
course.
about secrets exposed.
Okay.
I would like
Okay.
to expose no one's seen your husband in public for 2 years. Let's talk about that, honey. Where's your husband, honey?
Where's
Okay,
my husband?
Easy there. Last time you did this, Kate Middleton came out. She had cancer. when people go away, it doesn't mean you can lock them up.
Listen, honey, I have one
telling
mode. I push.
I know you do, but I'm just letting you know that really didn't look good. on
You know I
remember?
apologize.
I
honey.
know.
I sent Kate Middleton an edible arrangement. I said I was sorry, honey.
I know, and your apology was beautiful.
And I do want to say I'm good at apologizing because I'm good at being wrong. I'll tell you that much. And Kate, I do apologize for calling the SWAT team on you. I apologize. I apologize to Kate Middleton for everything I did, and I really support her fight. And I am very, very sorry. I made a website that said whereiskate.com. I apologize for that. And I apologize for doing a citizen's manhunt for you. I apologize deeply. And I hope your battle with cancer is going well, Kate. We have not met. But I do apologize, and I do hope we figure out a way to meet, because I would like to apologize to your face if indeed you did hear what I was saying.
Okay, good. So just be careful when you call
This
her
one's
out for her
fine.
husband.
No, this one's fine. I know this one's gonna
You
be
know what?
fine.
I believe you. Go.
I have no problem with it.
Release the hounds.
So how about you tell us where your husband's been, Michaela Lynn?
Well, where my husband goes for a period of a couple of years is a business between man and wife, right? My husband.
Sex.
No.
Oh, him and his other wife?
He does not have another wife.
Oh, yeah?
He does not have another wife. Those rumors were slander, and they are unfounded, and Kelsey is his personal trainer. And to suggest the relationship between a man and his personal trainer is anything but sanctimonious, that is anything but true and truthful and correct and above board, that is crazy.
You know, you're
and
right.
That is what they're teaching in these colleges.
You know what? No, don't. You can't go to colleges. I'm still on you. I got my eyes on you. Because you're right.
Release the hounds.
Maybe she is a personal
Release
trainer.
the chihuahua.
Because I did see a picture of your husband performing a squat next to her. Uh-oh, that squat was a lunge, and that lunge was a kneel, and that kneel was giving a wedding ring to Kelsey on the cliffs at Point Doom in
They
Malibu.
were rehearsing for a play. They
Oh.
were rehearsing for a play.
Respectively, political opinions aside, who rehearses for plays on sides of mountains? Nobody. And you don't have
Nobody.
to be a liberal or a conservative to agree on that.
Not even...
They didn't want to. Our house, our garage wasn't fit for the play that they were rehearsing. Our garage has too many motorcycles in it and too many guns. And there is no room for my husband to practice his newfound love for theater, which I am learning to be okay with. He and Kelsey had to go far away so that they could be in character to perform the play that they are devising themselves. And as a wife, I support my husband's endeavors. I don't know if I can say the same for the two of you.
You know what I say? My husband is a famous actor. I always tell him, you can be in any show. You can kiss anybody you need to. But if you wrote the show yourself and you're kissing somebody else, I better be the romantic lead. You can't write something where you're kissing somebody.
Well, this is where I disagree because I trust my husband.
Oh.
I trust that my husband has to devise plays with Kelsey at the Hilton. I trust that. I trust that they're in the Hilton devising plays.
Oh,
and
wow.
while I don't agree with devising plays as like a thing for our students to be indoctrinated on, once you're a man, once you've made your money, once you've made your mark, once you've served this nation, and he has, you have the right to do whatever you want. And that is what I believe.
I might have to apologize to you in a couple months, and I'm going to be okay with it. We're going to find
or
out.
you could do it now.
No, he's writing plays at the Hilton with this girl.
When's the play? Can we all see it?
Oh, I would love
I would
to.
call it Girls' Night Out.
I don't think you'd like the play.
What's it about?
It's about... I don't know. I don't know what it's about. They won't tell me.
Okay.
They won't
honey.
tell me because it's a secret, and I'm going to find out on opening night 6 months from now.
Okay.
And that's what they're doing.
Speaking of opening night...
We're not talking about Papas again, honey.
Okay, never mind. I just want to know where I can buy one.
Oh, honey, we can find that for you.
Okay.
So I have a topic. Now, this has riled up some liberals and some friends on the left, but
Oh.
Governor Kristi Noem wrote in her autobiography that she put her dog down because the dog wasn't good as a farm dog. Now, I was curious to see if you had any thoughts on a private farmer taking actions that are best for their own health.
Oh, sounds like you got one, honey. Leading the witness, honey. Remember, I was a lawyer,
It's just
honey.
a question.
Move over, Marsha Clark. We have a new bitch in town.
It's just a question to see whether you believe in personal freedom or not. I'm just wondering if you do.
I would ask, as a friend of the animals, as a champion for the animals who don't have a mic, here today, and who don't have a talk show.
Oh, what would a dog say on a microphone?
He would say he's grateful.
Oh, would he?
He would be
grateful?
very
Would
grateful.
he be grateful
Ah.
that
Fighting frame
our
girls.
nation's
Fighting
borders
frame.
are wide open?
Fighting frame girls. Fighting frame girls.
Would
Fighting
the
frame.
dog
Wide
be grateful?
Fighting frame. Fighting frame. Fighting frame.
Would
Fighting
the
frame.
dog
Fighting
be
frame girls.
grateful?
Fighting frame. Fighting frame.
Would the
Fighting frame
dog
girls.
be grateful that inflation has risen by 4.5% in the last month? Would a dog
Fighting
be
frame.
grateful that gas just hit $6 a gallon in Los Angeles?
Watch the boom mic. Watch the boom mic, girls.
I told you guys to make frame wider. If frame was wider,
I do agree with
I
that.
could run
You have
free.
to make frame wider.
Please.
It's a precautionary measure.
Do you believe in freedom of speech or not? Because we have to have a discussion. So
I believe in
make
a
the
tight frame.
wider.
I believe in a
the frame
tight frame
wider.
because I don't want people to see my ankles, honey. That's the rule.
And that's-
That's the rule.
And that is the rule that we all agree to. Listen, I just want to say, before we talk about this woman and how crazy and all whatever, I just want to hold space for that dog who's gone.
Oh,
Barbara Ann, don't you agree? I know you love animals.
I love animals. I had dog meat one time in Istanbul accidentally.
God.
Accidentally, okay.
Okay, ooh, that's the nicest Barbara Ann thing I've ever heard.
I couldn't get enough. I went back.
Okay, God damn it.
Okay,
God
okay,
damn
The
it.
okay.
car has been turned.
Let me tell you,
All
honey.
right.
Let me tell you, honey. I understand where she's coming from.
Okay.
I will play a little devil's advocate because you are the devil, and I will advocate for you.
And you are fat.
Okay, okay.
I will say, honey, listen to me, okay? Dogs are annoying. I think everybody in the world has had a dog that you love unabashedly, but you're tired and it's yapping, or you're sleepy and it needs to go to the bathroom.
Well, maybe dogs yap in Los Angeles, but from where I'm from, they bark.
Okay, well, they bark too. Okay, we
Somehow
can talk
I found that
semantics.
sexist.
All I was saying, I agree. Oh,
Somehow, as a woman, I'm offended.
so West Coasters yap and conservatives bark.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
We're Yap
because
City, but you're bark-
conservatives buy Labrador Retrievers. Conservatives
By
buy German
you mean
Shepherds.
breed. You
Well,
mean breed
last I
in
checked,
your shop.
Last I checked, we live in a capitalist society. We don't live in China where they give out dogs for free. We don't live in Venezuela where the government issues you a dog because it's a communist nation.
Now, I just want to say, I absolutely resent the fact that you are going to bring up a topic that I have worked many years for, which is adopt, don't shop.
It's okay, honey. It's okay, honey. It's okay,
you're
honey.
out in the waterworks.
There are
Did you
dogs.
learn that in socialist therapy?
Do you feel
Did
good
you
what you
learn-
did? You did this. Those
Look
tears.
what you
I
did.
hope you see your face in the reflection of those tears.
Do you
And
know?
I do see my face in the reflection of those tears.
Yeah.
And that's the face of a modern American woman.
Oh,
A
dear.
red-blooded,
Nah, honey.
meat-eating American woman
Oh, my
who
God.
loves her husband and serves his.
Oh. In your coffee. I've never seen anything like this.
This is fucking violence.
For the audio listener,
violence.
she threw butter through her piece of paper at Romney, and it landed in her mug.
And now I cannot drink the one thing that makes this show bearable. I cannot eat.
Admit it. There's Malibu in that mug.
I don't drink anything that invokes the California state. I don't drink anything that invokes a state with wide open doors where anyone who wants to come in can come in and learn feminist studies from somebody who buys chihuahuas.
Well, listen to me, honey. You better not drink that again. Because there's one thing written on that note that I threw into your mug. And that note is San Francisco. So there is California in your cup. You're holding San Francisco.
This is vile. This is cruel, and this is a new low.
I am ashamed that I did that, but I am not sorry.
These are the dirty tricks that we can come to expect from your side of the aisle. And it's
Oh,
why
no.
our election, I'm sorry, is not secure. Our
No,
election,
no, honey.
we are about to have another rigged election.
Another rigged election. From us.
You think from
You think we're the ones who are rigging it?
Who else?
You're Friday Night Lights. You're Tim rigging it. I'll tell you that much.
the last thing that was rigged was when Emma Stone won the Oscar for
Poor Things.
For Poor Things.
I agree. I agree.
That wasn't for her.
That was rigged.
That was rigged.
That was
That we
rigged.
can all agree.
Well, I'm not here to comment on the inner workings of Hollywood. I don't know what goes
I
on.
cannot.
Listen.
I can't get enough of that meat taste.
Okay.
I cannot get enough of that taste. I cannot get enough of that taste.
I was just crying, Barbara Ann. I was just crying about dogs, orphan dogs
Oh,
everywhere.
sweetie. Oh, no.
We have a rule. If you cry on the show, you get a vacation day added to your set.
Yeah.
So where are you going to go on that
Yeah,
day?
Let me tell you. Oprah is in Santa Barbara,
Yeah.
and 2 hours outside of that, I got a house.
Amazing, honey.
2 hours outside
Los Angeles.
Santa
Los Angeles.
No, I like to go 2 hours outside of Santa Barbara.
so what are we talking? Venice, Century City.
Sure, technically it's Chatsworth, but I got a
Okay,
huge
honey.
pile
All right,
of land
honey.
2 hours outside of Santa
Chatsworth
Barbara.
is nice, honey.
And it's close to Oprah. It's 2 hours next to her. And I absolutely am so grateful because I got this huge house. I got a big game room for my grandchildren. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to spend the summer there with my kids. And what's beautiful is no matter where you come from, no matter what age, all of our grandchildren, all of our friends can be. We can all sit down around the table and still enjoy ourselves. I invite my good friend Billy Bush.
I
who's
love
one of
Billy
my
Bush,
Good,
honey.
good friends. Billy Bush.
Well, I actually don't know if I love Billy. You might like Billy Bush, Michaela.
Well, I think he's been wrongfully targeted, and I think we've all talked some mess in a bus. I think we've all, who among us has not been caught on a hot mic in a bus? And I don't know. I feel sympathy for the man. I feel sympathy. Regardless of where we all stand on the aisle, I think we can all agree on that.
Well, I have a topic.
Okay, let's do it.
Diss tracks. Left and right. Everybody's coming up. Rappers, artists, hip hop musicians. Kendrick Lamar is dissing with Drake. It looks like Chris Brown.
Breaks.
No, it is Drake.
Breaks.
No, you're miscorrecting me. You're uncorrecting
One
me.
second. Drake.
Drake, thank you. Yeah, that was right. And it looks like Quavo and Chris Brown are fighting. It looks like Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion are fighting.
Oh, wow.
2024 is the year of the diss track.
What is that?
What do we think about that?
What does that do to you?
It reminds me of Hamilton, my favorite musical.
Oh, I love that musical.
It reminds me exactly of Hamilton with
How
the
many
duels.
other musicals have you seen? Just curious.
I love Hamilton. Absolutely love it. And I love the brand new musical Suffs about suffragettes.
You come on.
What have you
Come
seen?
on.
What musicals do you like?
What,
Come
Grey
on.
Gardens?
Oh, my beautiful
Come on.
daughter.
Oh, okay. I'm not your daughter. Your daughter's in
beautiful-
Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Your daughter's in Pennsylvania, and she's doing really well.
On your King Card, we have a picture of your daughter, and we have a picture of.
Oh, my
It's
daughter.
different. She's different. Yeah, she's different. Remember? What musicals do you like, huh?
I'll tell you what musical I like.
Let me guess.
I like driving down the road in a pickup truck,
Oh my God.
listening to the musical of Toby Keith.
Oh my God.
It's absolutely disgusting.
But we're talking about diss tracks.
I will
and
say rest in peace to Toby. I love him, and he is my neighbor in Nashville. We love him very
We
much.
had Adina Menzel on the show a couple weeks ago, and you were so sweet to her. She's a musical theater artist.
Well, I don't wish ill on musical theater artists. I just
I
think
do.
they shouldn't teach it to kids.
They shouldn't teach musical theater to kids.
No,
No.
you didn't say that. You said they shouldn't teach it to boys. That's what you said.
Oh, so
Well-
a boy can't be. If there's no boy in musical theater, who's doing West Side Story, Mr. Trump?
I just think that boys should be 18 before they make a choice like that is irreversible.
You think they have to be as old as they are to smoke cigarettes to be able to choose to do musical theater?
Yes.
You know what that's going to do to
it's
their...
a corrupting force.
That is going to set them back in their vocal training for so long they won't be able to get jobs until they're 30. And by then they'll have aged out of the roles in which they are youthful and able to do.
I just don't want. I have a son. This is personal for me. I have a son. And I would hate to think about my son, 8 years old, going into a class and having a teacher say, you are going to sing currently in your high voice, and you're going to be legally, technically, an alto 1. That is not something we should be doing to our nation's
But here's
boys.
the thing. Here's where I get. There's so much problematic things that you just said.
Absolutely.
But I'll say that we have to let kids express themselves. Look at these older men, these rappers, expressing themselves right now, and the world is celebrating it. The world is saying we're pulling up a chair and we want to listen. We want to listen. I heard that Bandcamp crashed last night because so many people want to hear what Breaks is saying to Kendrick.
So you view these rappers sort of dissing each other and coming after
As
each
theater,
other.
as live theater, yeah.
And I do want to go back. I have to say this, and because I would be upset if I missed this.
Oh.
Okay.
For you to assume and imply and tell all of America who's watching, because everyone watches our show, darling, to assume that their
What is
children are at risk of their boys, their 8-year-old boys are at risk of becoming alto 1s. That is false information. Boys are not being put in alto 1. Boys are being
would
put in
you
tenor,
tell-
baritone,
what-
bass.
What kind of a voice of my 8-year-old sounds basically how my voice does now. We sound almost exactly the same.
You're rustling
When
up
we
fears.
call-
You're rustling up fears. Altos are not coming for your boys. Altos are not coming for your boys.
I'm just saying, boys are altos until they hit puberty and then they become basses and tenors.
Bandcamp crashed last night. Bandcamp crashed last night, and I just want to know, if I take a papa, will I feel good?
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's talk
Look,
about it. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what the problem is with men having disagreements in a formal scale.
I don't think there's anything
on a public scale.
No, I think it's. I just said it. I think it reminds me of the Vanderpump Rules stuff.
Oh, honey.
Where they're fighting in the press.
We had Jax on the show, right?
We had Jax. What a lovely man.
What a sweet man.
But I'll say, like, I
Jax.
think from the Vanderpump?
Isn't he the bad one? No.
He is.
I don't know.
He's the one.
I don't know. I don't watch the show. I've never heard of it. I only watch stock footage of trucks. Go ahead.
Oh my God, honey.
Although I don't agree with Kendrick's moral grandstanding and Meet the Grams, I thought his victory lap in Not Like Us was tantamount to a success and absolutely brought the rap game beef into a new level, the best that we've seen since '95. Let's hope it doesn't end the same way. Ow.
That had to have been nonsense, right?
Barbara, that was so lucid.
Was that the Old Testament? The scripture?
What was that, honey?
What the fuck was that?
Who?
It sounded like you clicked off. What was that noise?
Wait, Barbara Ann,
Huh?
what is your opinion on the diss track that Kendrick
What?
made about Drake?
Huh? Who? Breaks?
This is.
I get that.
It's not an intuitive mistake.
Sometimes I think Barbara Ann was the first recipient of a Neuralink. Sometimes late at night I think, sometimes she's in and sometimes she's out. There might be somebody else in there clicking a switch.
The buttons.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. I'm curious to know what you guys think about the Neuralink.
The Neuralink, a brain chip
Do
you
you
put in your
support
brain.
I'm just like, it's another app. I gotta update.
It's
another
another-
dongle.
to me, it's a-
another dongle. Another day.
Oh, jeez.
Another day. Another dongle.
Yeah.
It is. No, I agree. It is.
Another day.
When does it
Another
end?
dongle.
It's another electronic piece of equipment for Luann to be 8 upgrades behind on.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I tried to plug my iPod Nano into my laptop last night, and my grandson said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Go find a book." I'm sick of it. Also,
Tell us what's on your Nano.
what's on my Nano?
Yeah.
The U2 album that's downloaded to every Nano.
The only one.
Just that one?
I love that one. It's my favorite group of songs. And also,
Album song?
Love songs.
it's my favorite group of songs. Who gave U2 the right without our consent to give us those songs?
Not my iPhone, honey.
Not my iPhone.
Get it off my
but
iPhone.
I'll say this. If the hospitals are open 24 hours, why aren't the Genius bars? That's my
I'm sorry.
Mr. Steve Jobs. Get him out of the grave because my phone breaks and I can't get it fixed. And it drives me crazy because my call time's on my phone. I can't get it on my iPod Nano. And then my phone breaks. And then how will I know what time to come to the studio? Okay.
So I think that hospitals are, they are saving lives, but the Genius Bar is just sort of a convenience offered by a private company.
But if the world runs on these tablets, Romney, how am I supposed to run my world if my tablet isn't working that day? I got you.
You support this?
I've thought it through and I'm on your side, honey.
Another day, another dongle.
Okay. Let's see.
For Kendrick to write a song and accuse Drake of sleeping with minors in the key of A minor is something genius that only a man with a vendetta would do.
Wow.
Drake showed up for fun. Kendrick showed up to put the kill shot out.
Oh my God.
I heard it. You guys hear the click? You guys hear the
She
click?
clicked off. She
The
clicked.
click is so scary.
Who is running Barbara
Who is
Ann?
running?
Who?
Come on.
My
my
sweet
God.
daughter.
I'm
Oh,
not your
dear.
daughter.
Sweet
I know.
daughter.
I'm going to start calling her the Barbara Ann Churian candidate over there. Jesus Christ.
I know.
up
A
with
lot
that?
of our clips these
That's
days.
pretty
A
good.
lot of our clips these days are going viral on Facebook because of all the arguments in the comments. If you know the click that Barbara Ann is doing, put it in the comments.
Recognize that.
It's
This
a
is
call
like
to
a
action. A call to action.
It's like one of those classic old radio contests where if you understand the sound, you win $1 million. I'll give you $1 million if you know what that click is. I'll figure
Speaking
it
of,
out.
where's Ryan Seacrest these days?
He's on American Idol, and
Oh.
he's on the radio every morning, and he's on Live with Kelly and Ryan.
Yeah, so he works. Is there a problem? Do you hate that a man has a job?
Oh, what do you think?
Oh.
We want him to be on maternity leave?
Oh.
What? You think that I want a man to go on paternity leave? That is not right. No man should ever take maternity leave in this country.
God.
Do you feel like your father
honey.
missed out on fundamental memories that he could have had if he wasn't campaigning on the road? If he
Get her,
got
honey.
to see
Get
you
her.
be a baby the first couple weeks of your life, the first couple months of your life, and maybe the divide between your mother and your father wouldn't be so big if maybe he wasn't always working and your mother was just assumed to take care of all the kids, because I know you got a lot of kids.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what my father remembers about my critical development. My father remembers serving this nation at war. He remembers being
God.
the battlefield, serving our nation against our nation's enemies.
I should have known. I felt like I handed it
Michaela,
And as a
they have
baby,
no, honey.
I remember that.
Honey,
As a baby, 16 months old, I understood that my father was gone because he had a job and he had a duty. And it was my mother's job to watch me remember him.
They have confirmed this, honey. Mitt Romney was not in the battlefield. He was not there, honey.
I haven't seen the
He
photos.
was. You don't know this. I'm sorry, do you know private information about my family that I don't know about?
No, I know the public information of the government, honey.
There we go.
He's not on any registries.
The G word has been said, and it
I'm
hasn't
sorry.
God.
I'm sorry that my dad doesn't want to be on a list maintained by the government.
Your dad wanted to be the president. He wanted to be on the list of who runs the government.
Well, the president isn't tracked on some big database where all of our private information is stored. My dad would sacrifice himself to serve this nation.
What about
and
you?
I hope he does. I'd go to war if it was in God's plan.
God's Plan, a famous Drake song.
Oh, I love that break song.
Well, I guess I'm on his side.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Kendrick's ability to destroy a man from the inside out and
watch it.
empathize with how lonely and
the
how
back of the head
painful
if
it
anything
must
shifts in
be
the back of the
to
head.
be Drake and his
Yeah, Karen
OVO
Baker.
posse protecting people that might be sexual offenders.
gonna watch the throat, 'cause
Kendrick's
it's in the
ability
throat.
to
Just to make sure he
stab the
clicks in
knife
frame. She
and
clicks in
twist and twist and twist and twist is ruthless. So you're on a losing side if you choose Drake. We were all.
Okay,
I
call
mean,
me crazy,
louder.
call me emotional, but it felt like the click knew we were watching.
I think so.
I think
the
so.
click felt like it was looking at me.
Oh, I mean, we were all drinking and doing drugs when we were pregnant. It's
Oh my
fine.
God!
The question
There's
is-
an antenna and it's moving around. It's
Oh,
shifting.
don't
around like a
touch it.
bug.
Don't touch it. My question is,
God, wait.
My
if you had
beautiful
control of
girl.
Barbara,
My
Your daughter.
beautiful
Your
girl.
daughter is a dentist. She lives in Pennsylvania,
Oh.
and she has a husband, and you've met him.
She needs to
Okay.
get off threads.
she
Your
does.
daughter, I'll just say it, Barbara Ann, your daughter is a disaster on threads.
Your daughter is
She's-
an absolute menace on Threads. She is reposting tweets that were stolen from 10 years ago.
Even we know it,
And
honey.
honestly, Mark Zuckerberg should pay her because she's the only person active on threads.
She's
And
crushing
she's
it,
a
but
mess.
in a bad way.
She keeps
Oh.
responding to people on Threads. She keeps responding to businesses and politicians and just saying, slow down. Like she's reading it too fast. And that's a problem with her. That's not a problem with the tweet.
So if you get anything from today, call your daughter and tell her to get off a thread.
Get off of Threads.
Get off of Threads, honey.
My God.
Get off of Threads, Annie Andalite. Listen, I had a quick topic. We were talking about women in war.
I named my daughter Anne Delight.
Annie and the light.
Annie Andalite.
Oh, good old Anne.
We love Ann. My question for you, we're talking about women going to war. This is our final topic of the day.
Okay.
Mad Max Furiosa, a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, comes out this summer featuring Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth, and that one guy in a mask back as the Emperor in a mask.
Oh,
It
you got
depicts
perfectly.
a prequel of a woman at war in the desert of the future, and she must fight to become the Furiosa we know today. I guess the Furiosa we know is Charlize Theron, and so this one is a new one.
This message is brought to you by AMC Stubs.
Yeah.
Become an AMC Stubs member. I know I did that for all my grandchildren this year for Christmas. It's a great gift. You can see many movies.
You can upgrade. You can get your popcorn is just as much
Poppers?
as it is for a medium as it is for a large. They don't sell poppers at AMC.
Look, I'll say one thing about Mad Max Fury Road. I hope that they can sleep at night after what they've done to criticize the American auto industry, to paint cars in a negative light, in an angry light. That's not what cars are.
You're mad on behalf of cars.
I'm mad on behalf of cars. I'm mad on behalf of American-made cars, yes.
Honey, you think these are American-made cars?
Release
Mad
the
Max
hounds.
takes place in Australia.
Go.
These are Australian-made cars, honey. And
Well,
these are
it's-
foreign-made people. This is an import of a movie, honey. George Miller is Australian.
You know, I'll tell you what the implication of this movie is. I'll tell you what this movie is supposed to, because they are shooting Australia for Dystopian Nation for America. Every movie takes place in America.
Honey. Nuh-uh.
What?
Nuh-uh, honey.
Roast her ass on a spit.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Name a movie that doesn't.
Parasite, honey.
The Crown.
Those are movies done through that they are making movies for me to watch.
Wally.
Rio.
That is a
Love
movie
Island.
geared towards Americans to shell out their money. If they're airing it in America,
Brave.
all right.
My favorite movie.
Fiddler on the Roof, honey.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, you have a very
Boom.
impressive filmography. How's your letterboxed?
Oh.
How's your letterboxed account?
Okay, now we're talking about it. Because I'm going to say, I know
Oh, yeah?
via my publicist,
Yeah?
we have digitally opened an investigation that your people in your camp are bullying me on Letterboxd. And I know they are.
Oh,
and
honey.
these bots have been traced
Oh, honey.
back to
Cheat
your
out,
home.
cheat out, girls. Cheat out, cheat
I
out, cheat
don't
out.
have
Cheat
these-
out, cheat out.
These bots are calling me and my family sluts and veganism Satanists.
Upstage hand, girl. Point with the
I
upstage
leak
hand.
it.
No,
Those are
upstage
not-
hand,
I'm
upstage
afraid.
hand.
Those are not bots. Those are computers with opinions. And last time I checked, there was freedom of speech in this country. And let me ask you what's on your letterbox. What's on your letterbox, huh? Meghan Markle's podcast?
Oh,
Meghan
my
Markle's
God.
podcast where she breaks down different stereotypes about women with Trevor Noah.
You're such a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Letterboxd isn't for podcasts, you fucking stupid bitch.
You
I'm sick of it.
absolutely. Meghan Markle's gonna release a visual of that podcast. You know it.
Use it,
You
use it.
know she wouldn't miss an opportunity.
threw it.
Do not throw this shit at me.
We're throwing paper, we're throwing
Do not throw
postcards
this
from
shit at me.
San
Get her.
Francisco at
This is
you.
immature. This is
Get her.
absolutely immature
No,
because
you
I'll
are
tell you
hiring,
what.
Get her.
you are hiring bots to bully me and my family on all social media sites, and I'm sick of it.
Sweep
Am
the
I
leg, honey.
hiring bots or am I creating jobs? Am
Oh
I
my
creating
God.
jobs
You're
for
creating
computers?
jobs for people in other countries. Click farms in other countries, bitch.
Oh, so you don't you don't support someone in another country having a job, huh? You'd rather they all be communists. You'd rather they all line up at the government soup kitchen.
You are just such a piece of work. The way you're gonna breed these dogs.
You
and stand
are a
at my house.
swine brewed by a witch who can't drive.
Can you believe this happens every
you
day?
are like a walking book of Revelations. Yes, that's it. From the Old New Testament.
Here's a revelation for you.
Okay.
I am a red-blooded American woman, and I believe that Mad Max Furiosa is milking a franchise that lost luster long ago.
Oh, how dare you, honey. George Miller's getting better with age.
Go there. Go there.
He's
go.
aging like a fine wine.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
These
tell
is-
me what I'm gonna learn from Furiosa that I didn't learn from Mad Max Fury Road.
What did you learn from the movie Babe?
What did you learn from the movie store at Little?
I learned that I don't give a shit if the pig can talk. It tastes fucking good on a bunch of scrambled eggs.
I told you don't go there. I said don't talk about pork.
Oh, you're just trying to get another PTO on the roster. Tell me why you're always in Chatsworth. Why are you always in Chatsworth? Because you turn on the waterworks.
You're gonna go on there. You're gonna do that while the cameras are rolling. You're gonna bring this
Yes.
up.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna do this while the cameras.
Hey, this is
you
off limits.
question my intelligence.
Honey, this is on the no card.
You're gonna absolutely do this.
This is off limits, honey.
You sign. You're not.
I'm
You're
sorry.
not.
Well, I'm sorry you stepped over the line, and so I'm going to go to the no card.
Okay, so before we go here, just know that if you
Okay.
unleash this,
Okay.
this will change the show forever.
Okay.
That we will not be able to sit here tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and hold a simple discourse. If you go there and you break contract, we will not be able to sit here anymore. This will be the end of the look forever.
I'm going to go there. You are always in Chatsworth.
Oh.
With your secret boyfriend. You are always in Chatsworth, and that's why you keep crying on this show. Because you have a younger man in his late 20s in Chatsworth. And he lives there. And he's a co-owner on the house. Doesn't feel good, does it? Doesn't feel good. While my husband is rehearsing an honorable play with his personal trainer, your husband is completely unaware that you have a younger man who is into indie filmmaking in Chatsworth.
Fine! I'm sleeping with Noah Baumbach.
This has been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists answering the question. Now that's why they call it show business. Good night, Hollywood.
I don't know if they should let women direct film.
Hi, it's me, Michaela Lynn Romney, here with my friend Barbara Ann Delight.
Hello.
And I'm here to talk to you about the Artists on Artists on Artists Patreon. Now, though I don't agree with them politically, I am here to tell you that you can watch some fun games with them, some bonus post-show content, lots of other stuff. Barbara, what else can they find?
I don't know if we should have left Vietnam.
So exactly. It's only $3 to $6 a month, which is a fair price under Biden's economy. So if you like it, why don't you hop on in? Anything else you want to say?
Please subscribe. I need to pay for my health care.
So exactly.
Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is an improvised Hollywood roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Culhane, Angela Giarratana, and Patrick McDonald. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Good night, Hollywood!